In Creo Parametric, you can define the CNC toolpaths for manufacturing your parts. One of the most critical aspects of setup for your CNC toolpaths are your different parameters. Let me show you an example of your parameters. Let me go to the Mill tab in my CNC model. I've already done a bunch of setup, including defining operations and work centers. That's why I have access to the Mill tab. And I'm going to start off by creating a face milling sequence. And when I go into the dialog box, you can see that there are a bunch of areas in yellow for some required things that I need to select, like a geometry reference for manufacturing. But one of the areas that you can see in yellow is the Parameters tab. When I click on the Parameters tab, here we can see a bunch of different parameters that need to be defined for this NC sequence. And you can see that some have some missing required values. Those are the ones in yellow with a yellow dot next to them. So these are just some of the parameters. These are the required ones for this particular NC sequence, but there are a bunch of different optional parameters. I will go into individual sequence parameters in a later video, but in this video, we're going to concentrate on our site parameters. Site parameters are your default values for your different sequences. Let me go back to the manufacturing tab. The way that you get to your site parameters is by going to the Machine Tool Setup Overflow menu, and here is the Site command. When I click on it, it is going to open up the menu manager, and you'll notice that most of the commands right now are grayed out because I haven't read in any different site parameters. I haven't read in any default values for my parameters, but also within this menu, we can create our site parameter files. So let me click on the Create button, and now I can give a name for my site parameters, and lacking anything else, let me call it MCAE for the name of my company. Then I will hit the Enter key, and now we have a choice of 5 different types of site parameters that we can create. And the first one is generic. This is going to contain all of the different parameters that you can set for your NC toolpaths, but the other ones are specific to different kinds of machines. Like you can define your mill parameters, turn parameters, hole making parameters, and your wire EDM, electro discharge manufacturing. I forget the exact acronym for that one. But anyhow, let's start off by taking a look at our generic parameters. When I click on that, it's going to open up the site tree, and it's going to list all the different possible parameters that you have. And if I scroll down this list very quickly, you can see that there are literally hundreds of different potential parameters that you can define for all your different kinds of NC sequences. And they are broken down into about 10 different categories. Let's cover those very quickly. And so the first group are for different names. These are also known as your general parameters for how you want to name different things, like your various different files. Let me collapse that one. Then we have a group of options for our cut options, and these control the motions during your NC sequences. So we have things like scan type, and we have, for example, our rough option, and we have our cut direction. And let me just click down in this list just to show you all the different parameters that are available for your cut options. Let me scroll back up to the top and then collapse this group. Then we have our cut parameters. Those control different values for your depths and your passes and your different allowances within the sequences. The next group, we have our feeds, so things like our feed rates. Let me collapse that group. Then we have ones that are specific to the various different machines that we are going to use in our milling or our other different kinds of toolpaths. Then we have our entry and exit parameters. So for example, things like your lead-ins and your approaches for your different sequences. And then we have threads for holes. And then we have our different scans and vision. And the last one here is for various different parameters for additive manufacturing. So again, just tons and tons of different parameters. And again, this is for a generic site file. So these are all the different possible parameters that you have. For your various different parameters, you can see that there is a column here for the default values. Let me expand the cut param group, and you can see that we have a bunch of default values that are already set. And some of these have a value of -1. So for example, the step over has a value of -1. The step depth has a value of -1. This means that these are different parameters for which you have to enter a value. If you don't enter a value, well, you won't be able to create your different NC sequence. So you're going to want to figure out what you want to use for any different parameters that have a default value of -1. Some of these other different parameters, like the minimum step depth or the tool overlap, have a dash in there. That means that these are optional parameters. You don't have to set values for these different parameters. And yet some of these other different parameters already have a numeric value. So for example, you can see how we have a slope angle of 90 degrees. We have a number of profile passes set to 1. So some have values that are provided for you. And for the last group, here we have some with a text value. So we have some default values that are already set for you. So for example, our orient scan type is set to no, our scan type is set to 1, our lace option is set to no, but you can change these different values. So for example, here we have the no. I can go to the drop-down list, and maybe for the lace option, I want to use a curve connect between the different passes. And so that way I have changed that different value for my site file. And let me close this. And so even though I have only changed one different value, I've now made my own personal site value for my generic parameters. And now I can choose to save this. And here's the site name. So I will go ahead and select it. And so that has saved my site file, and it's saved in the folder that I have set through a config.pro option for where my parameters are supposed to go. Some of the other different commands that you have from this menu, you can modify your site parameters. You can delete a site parameters file. You can also find out which sequences are referencing a particular site file. And so once you have a site file, you can choose to activate it, which will make it the default values for any different sequences that you create. And if you activate a site file, well, you can deactivate it later on. So that is how you set up your site file. And in future videos, when I go into the various different kinds of sequences that you create, I will touch on some of the different parameters, but this is one of the areas where you will want to do some self-study into the different kinds of parameters in order to get the kinds of motions and toolpaths that you prefer to use. Because frankly, if I went through a lot of those parameters in my different videos, well, the videos would be extremely boring to you. It'd be like going through different config.pro options in a video. So again, that is an introduction into parameters for a site file. In future videos, I will go into other different tools. Oops, let me go to the manufacturing tab. For example, going into your parameter UI, which is another place that you can access different parameters by your various different categories. And again, I will go into your different NC sequences, how you can retrieve parameters or you can copy them from other sequences and various other different operations.